Mark Gillian here for AIM Country Music Television, and my guest today on Your New Favorite Song is Greg Marlow. He hails from Eastern Tennessee. He started his music career as a founding member of a bluegrass gospel group, New Harvest. This early injection of positivity is still front and center in his music, these days as an in-demand singer, songwriter, and speaker. Greg's quoted as saying, "I promised God I would walk through every door he opened, and I intend to do just that." Greg is here today to talk about his uplifting new single, Everybody Smiles. It's a song that reminds us just how powerful a positive outlook can be and how effectively music connects people through shared experiences and genuine emotion. Let's welcome Mr. Greg Marlow to the program right now to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Welcome to the program, Greg.
Hey, Mark, it's nice to meet you, man. It's nice to be here.
It's nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for coming on. It's just great to have you here today.
It's an honor. Trust me, it really is.
Well, for the viewers who may be discovering your music for the first time, take a minute or two and tell us your story, your background, what's happening in your career right now. What goals you're working toward, trying to make happen in 2026.
Okay. Gosh, that's a lot.
It's a big one.
Yeah, that is a big one. Now, I've actually been playing for a while now. I was a member of a gospel bluegrass band for about 30 years. And I did that and just felt a tug go a different route. And started writing. I'd always been writing, but I started writing different, I guess you could say. And what I was coming up with was kind of stuff I'm doing now, and it's kind of got a lot more country flavor to my music. So I decided after a lot of prayer that this was the direction I wanted to go in, and I've just kind of stepped out and headed that way, with chasing the country thing, and I've loved every minute of it. Having a ball. Had a lot of really neat things happen to me in the last few years, a lot of opportunities that I never would have dreamed I'd ever got to do. But I'm just an old hillbilly from East Tennessee that is kind of living a dream right now, you could say.
That's fantastic. So you spent a long time, 30 years in the bluegrass gospel world. Bluegrass is pretty country to me, but I mean, it is a whole separate thing. What was the thing that, inspired you to say, okay, I think country music is for me? And, and who were some of the artists that you said, oh, I like that?
Well, I guess I transitioned into bluegrass 30 some years ago from being a country fan to begin with. So, and I've always been partial to songwriters. I love writing songs, and I've always just been so intrigued by Hank Williams and all the great writers down there in Nashville that I've got to know. Jerry Salley, and there's a bunch of them down there, and I just love that end of it. So that was the thing that pulled me into it more and more. I love the story aspect of the way you can get to tell your story, and that you're through your songs, and it's just who I am. I was raised around so much music growing up, having a lot of music in my family, and I came out of that old mountain gospel and bluegrass that I was raised up in, and I didn't know that everybody's family didn't do that until I was nearly grown, So I think it's just part of my DNA, to be honest with you.
Yeah. If someone had never heard you before, like probably a lot of our audience members, how would you describe your sound now in just a sentence or two?
Country with a little bit of bluesy southern rock, just a little bit. And you can still hear that tinge of bluegrass in there too. I think it's a mixture of all of it. Yeah. But I influence from James Taylor to the Eagles to Marshall Tucker Band to Hank Williams to Bill Monroe. So it's, I just throw it in the pot and give it a big stir, and that's me.
Yeah, the most surprising part of your sound is your tendency toward that bluesy rock addition to it.
Yeah,
It's one of those things that, like listening to some of your music, it's like, where did this come from? It's a whole different connection. So
yeah, yeah, and it just came out. I was writing, and I'm like, well, this is kind of fun, and that's what I'm hearing in my head, and so I guess I'm just a product of my environment, and that was part of it growing up.
it is, yeah. And I think there is a tendency to try to sound like somebody, and I think it's really refreshing when you've written a song and then you've produced it the way you personally want it to sound.
Yeah, yeah, that's fun. That is so much fun to me to get to build that and see where it goes. And you try to make it your own as much as you can and still have those influences show up because they're always going to be there, no matter who you are. And and to try to be unique on top of that is, I guess, the biggest challenge, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you've been doing this a really long time now, obviously,
Yeah.
and social media has just changed, absolutely changed the way artists and fans are able to connect. What has that been like for you from being at this so long? What's it like coming in now and saying, okay, social media is important? How do you traverse that bridge from so
It,
much local stuff to being social media?
it's been a learning curve to say the least. And like you said, and it has been a blessing at the same time because it gives me an opportunity right out of the gate to navigate into a bigger audience, you know, than we ever did before. When I started in '88 playing, I never dreamed that we would have access automatically to that much of an audience, and it's been a learning curve trying to figure out how to do to work the social media, but I've been getting some help and a lot of trial and error too. But it's been a blessing, really. You know,
It definitely
it
is an
really
expansion
is.
of knowledge about you for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You can get yourself out there in your story so much faster than we ever could before. You know, you just if you just want to take the time and sit down and do things and write it out or do little videos, and before you know it, man, people are you know just great opportunity.
It
It
makes an
really is.
impact. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're here today to talk about your latest release, Everybody Smiles.
yeah.
Such a positive title. So before we play it, tell us what inspired you to write this song.
Uh, I have a brother-in-law who lives with us. He has been. My wife's mother passed away about 25 years ago, and her youngest brother, or younger brother, is autistic. He's nonverbal, and he's been living with us ever since. We took him in, and he's been living with us. And even though he's nonverbal, he's an amazing artist. And gosh, his paintings and drawings will just blow your mind. But after years of just watching him, and he paints every day, 7 days a week, 10, 12 hours a day. That's his whole world, is to paint and draw. And everything is really neat. But the most unique thing about his paintings that I noticed all of a sudden one day is that every person, every animal, flowers, it don't matter. He'll figure out somewhere to do it. But there'll be a smile in that picture, someone or something. And I got to looking at that, and it just dawned on me one day that's how he sees the world, you know. And I'm like, what a blessing to be able really to have that view because a lot of us don't have it anymore. We get between the hurt and the everything that we deal with growing up and see things, we tend to miss that. But he sees that smile when we don't. He still sees it. So that was the idea behind the song. It was no matter what, everybody smiles in his world. And I sat down and I wrote that song in probably 10 minutes. It was there's times that I can write one fairly fast, but most of the time it don't work that way. I've worked up to 6 months on a song, but that one I was done with it in 10, 12 minutes. I really felt inspired that day. But the song is, and sum it all up, it's about my brother in law.
Well, like on that, I think while everybody's thinking about this, everybody smiling thing, I'd love to play it for the audience right now. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah.
Fantastic. You're watching Greg Marlow's video for Everybody Smiles here on AIM Country Music Television.
To some he may seem a little different. Most of the time now he's misunderstood. But wrapped up in his mind there is a genius, and he can't unlock it. If he could, he would. He's got more love wrapped in his little finger than this world does, stretched out from end to end. When he opens up and lets you come inside, you will never have a better friend. A pencil and a crayon and a paintbrush is all he needs to make his whole world right. No matter what is going on around here, in Gregory's world, everybody smiles. In Gregory's world, everybody smiles. Now one day when we all get up to heaven, I'm gonna look him up there in glory land. And for the next 100 years he can sit and tell me all the things I did not understand. I know there are angels all around us, and they come in every shape and size. So don't look down on someone a little different. Sometimes God wraps his blessings in disguise. Pencil and a crayon and a paintbrush is all he needs to make his whole world right. No matter what is going on around here, in Gregory's world, everybody smiles. Yeah, in Gregory's world, everybody smiles. In Gregory's world, everybody smiles.
That's a wonderful song. You know, it covers all the buzzwords. It has a positive spirit about it. It's authentic. It feels genuine. It feels relatable. Congratulations on a great release.
Well, thank you. You know, when I wrote the song, I was hesitant about playing it out. When I first wrote it, it felt like it was so personal to me. And I was like, well, maybe this is just for me. and I would play it for him. And he would sit there and just listen to every word of it. And I was wondering what he was processing, you know. And one day I was playing a show and I needed another song. They asked me to do another song. So I said, here's one I wrote I want to do for you. And I thought, well, shoot, I'll just try it. And about half the room was crying. And then people started coming up to me going, man, I've got a niece or I've got a nephew or a neighbor's kid or my child or grandchild. And even though the song was about Gregory, it still, they all related to it and understood. And it's surprising how that touches people's lives more than I even thought, you know. I had no idea that my world was, it wasn't near as exclusive as I thought it was.
Yeah, you know, as a songwriter too, there can't be a better feeling than seeing an audience with an emotional response. It's nice with the applause, but when it erupts into emotion at the same time, that's, you've done it.
Absolutely.
You've got the song.
Yeah, yeah. When you can touch somebody with something you wrote to the point of putting a smile on their face or maybe a tear of joy in their eyes, then I think we did our job. And I felt like with this song, well, I did my job with this one. And I almost didn't do it for anybody. And it has been, it's opened a lot of doors for me. And you know, I'm tickled. I am tickled with it. I am.
So now, Gregory's artwork is featured in the video, right? Some of the artwork we saw.
It is.
That's
yeah.
his.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
actually in the
video. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, he
I'd
got
like
to be a
everybody to
star.
go back and rewatch when this is done. You can catch it everywhere. Obviously, in country
Yeah.
music, you can catch it on YouTube or any place to check
Exactly.
that out. But go through and watch and look at some of that artwork in there and watch Gregory in there. It's pretty special.
It is really. It really is.
You know, as I understand it, this video was directed by the same guy who served as your record producer. He's an artist in his own right, Cody McCarver. What was
Yeah.
that like working with him on the video?
It was unreal. It was absolutely the most fun. And the neat thing about Cody is he's such a good friend. When I played the song for Cody before we went in and recorded it, Cody said, man, we got to do a video of that. I mean, we've absolutely got to do a video. And he just started flooding me with these ideas that he had. We actually took about 8 months of filming Gregory at different times before we put the video together. So there was a lot of time invested in that video. But that was Cody's brainchild, you know, so it was. When we went in the studio and recorded it, there was just, I don't know, there was an ease about it. And right before we started filming it, I remember Cody said, we're going to have prayer before we start filming this thing. And there was something that fell in that room, and there was such a peace. And I remember we had to compose ourselves before we could actually start working on the video. After that, I knew that this was going to be pretty special. I really did.
Yeah, we love it around here. We're going to put it on AIM Christian television too, so it'll be playing on two of our particular networks. So.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, nice work, sir.
Thank you so much.
So, if a new listener was to listen to just one Greg Marlow song, which one would you have them start with to, increase the likelihood they come back for more? Would this be the one, or is there one that more represents what you are as an artist?
I would go and listen to my song Second Chances. It's the first song that I recorded on my own solo, and it's also kind of autobiographical. The song is so, and then also Cody done that video. I got a video on it. You can catch it. You can go to YouTube and watch it. And Cody directed that video. And that video was actually nominated for Video of the Year at the Inspirational Country Music Awards. So that's a good place to start, would be that song there. Kind of
I can guarantee a lot of people check that out today.
Absolutely. That's who I am and what I'm doing today is that style, and that really, that's me right there.
Yeah, and it's a good one. I've heard it. It's a good one.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's been a pleasure talking today, but we need to wrap it up. So before we go, tell us where we can find you online, on stage, and where we can buy or listen to all of your music.
You can catch me, of course, on all the social media. I'm on Facebook, YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel. They can go there. It's just put Greg Marlow, Everybody Smiles in the search, and it'll take you to my videos. And I've got a few, and you can go there and kind of catch up on me. And then, of course, Facebook, I've got Greg Marlow page, a Greg Marlow singer-songwriter page, and I'm on Instagram, TikTok. I'm trying to use all of it, Instagram. So you can catch me there. And then I was in Nashville this past weekend. I did a CMA showcase this past weekend. I've got a real important, well, it is to me, in June, this month, the 25th, I'm going to Montgomery, Alabama, and I was invited down. They are doing a ribbon cutting, the city of Montgomery. They're opening a special needs center there. And they invited me down to perform the song Second Chances during the ribbon cutting. So I'm really excited about getting to do that right there. That is my heart. I love working with this and doing things like that. And I'm always posting where I'm going to be next and what I've got going on. I keep my social media update really good. I've also got a website. It's gregmarlow.net, and you can go there. So I'm easy to keep up with.
Exactly. For all of you near Montgomery, you should go check him out on the 25th of June.
Exactly. Come on down. We'll be there. I've not even got the address to the place yet, but I'm really looking forward to that, and getting to be a part of that is amazing. I got to go do last month. I did the autism awareness show at the Nashville Palace with Darryl Worley and some of them, and I got to do that song for that. So it's like I said, I'm around a lot now. So catch me on social media, and you can always find out where I'm going to be next.
Fantastic. Sound like you're getting some stuff done out there.
I'm trying my best, buddy.
Well, I have to say this has been delightful. Thanks so much for coming on, Greg.
Oh, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you having me. It means a lot. It really does.
You're very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Marlow.
Thank y'all.
So what do you guys think? Is Everybody Smiles going to be your new favorite song? This has been Mark Gilliam for AIM Country Music Television. Thank you so much for watching.
Make his whole world right. No matter what is going on around here, in Gregory's world, everybody smiles. Yeah, in Gregory's world, everybody